This is the cutout from the front page of the newspaper from Wednesday the 14th December 2022, and I'll read it for you. Everest Challenge, 44 laps of Codgers. Cameron Jones had to complete the Everest Challenge alone after Seamus O'Donnell was injured in a crash 3/4 of the way through. Now, if you've been following my channel for a few years, you may have seen the video that I made about that ride, and yeah, that's what happened. I got to 7,400 meters because we were actually going for 10,000 meters, not just an Everest. I got to 7,400 and I crashed because I got too excited and I was just trying to ride too fast and it was wet. I slid out on a corner and I cut my knee open right over the kneecap.
Whoa! You alright?
Oh, that didn't feel nice.
Ouch.
It was quite a deep hole. I had to go get stitches at the hospital. I definitely couldn't ride anymore. And not only did I have to pull out of there after 13 hours or whatever it had been, but I couldn't bend my knee for probably nearly a month after that, just because the cut was right over the top of my kneecap. So once they stitched it, the skin was so tight around it and so tender, yeah, I just couldn't bend it. Then all my quad muscle atrophied and all the muscle around the knee got really weak. So then when I did try to start riding again, I actually ended up getting patellar tendonitis because all the force of using my knee was going straight through the tendon rather than being shared around the muscles around the knee like it should be. So it probably ended up near on 2 months affected by that crash, just to really add insult to the fact that I couldn't finish the challenge in the first place. Now, I've done a lot since then in the terms of endurance rides. I've tried bike pack racing, I've done more big day challenges. I think it's fair to say I'm in the best physical and probably mental condition I've ever been in. So I decided it's time to tie off that loose end. It's time to go back and it's time to right the wrong of the IV line 10,000 meter challenge. So as is my usual style, it's all pretty last minute. Tonight is New Year's Eve, ending of the year 2024. I only just decided I'm going to do this tomorrow. I've only told one person, which is fine because I'm doing this for me. So it's going to be a lonely old day, but that's kind of how it needs to be. So with all that out the way, it's time to go face some demons. Okay, it is 3:30 AM on January the 1st, 2025, New Year's Day. Thankfully it's not raining yet, so yeah, let's go do this thing. Well, time to get started. Alright, it's been 5 minutes, legs are getting sore. Don't know if I can do it, guys. So I'm on my 5th lap now. It's been a bit over an hour and a half. Just getting light now. The laps are about somewhere around 4Ks and just under 220 meters of climbing each time, I think, so you can do the math on that one. It definitely feels weird to be back Everesting this loop again. I mean I've ridden the track, yeah, a few times since doing it last, but yeah, actually lapping it out, you know, at 4 AM in the morning, it's definitely bringing back some interesting feelings, but that's what we're here for, isn't it? Try and overcome that little bit of trauma. So let's do it. Tell you what, I'm going to be getting sick of that gate after 45 times picking my bike up for it. done like 8 laps I think. About 1700 meters climbing. Time to get some more food because I didn't actually take that much with me. Basically the car is parked a little bit further down the hill from where I'm actually turning around, so I'm not going back to it every lap. Alright, back on the horse. So this bit is what I call the wall. It's basically probably like 2.5 minutes or so uphill, and it maxes out at 25% according to my Garmin. Probably averages like 22, 23. Yeah, it's pretty brutal. Definitely sucks the energy out of your legs. Not really ideal for an Everesting lap, but it does mean that you're gaining a lot of elevation very quickly for a little bit. So the goal is not to have to walk this at all. That would be nice. But yeah, being in granny gear from the very start for this one. So I'm not sure how many of you watched my last video, the overnight hike we did up to Mount Richmond and Mount Fell and stuff, and looking for the plane wreckage, but that was actually only like 3 days ago. So my legs were pretty roached from that, but I think they've come right. They've been feeling pretty good today. I'm like 6 hours in now, so and yeah, they feel alright, so that's good. Didn't get a whole lot of sleep last night either, probably 4 hours maybe, but I've kind of learned that one night's bad sleep doesn't really make a difference. As long as the night before that was okay, which it was alright, then yeah, you should be alright. So I'll probably start to get a little bit sleepy later on, but should be finishing before midnight hopefully. So yeah, a bit of caffeine, I've got some energy drinks, I'm sure that'll get me through. Currently sitting at 3,600 meters, yeah, 67 k's of IV line. Just kind of in that block where you just you're just chopping off laps really. You're not making any real big milestones or anything. Halfway still, you know, a little way away. But yeah, just trying to keep everything in good shape. Stomach's not been feeling real flash. I might have to visit the loo actually. But legs are good, so that's all we need. You almost certainly didn't see that, but we're halfway. We are just over 5,000. Still feeling quite good. Got a little pain developing in the left knee, similar to what I had at TTW, which is probably not surprising because of the walk we did the other day. I think my IT bands are probably tight and it's probably the exact same problem. But we'll monitor that. In terms of the gut, I'm just having to basically stop when I want to eat now. So I'm riding fairly hard in the meantime, and then yeah, I'll just stop totally if I want to eat anything, which is, yeah, it's annoying. It feels like I'm wasting time, but you just gotta adapt to what you actually can do, and that's what's working for me at the moment, so carry on with that. I did just want to talk about something though on the topic of ultra endurance feats and mental strength and stuff. You know, there's a lot of ultra endurance media out there these days with Instagram reels and shorts and feature length docs and all that stuff. And there's a lot of that, you know, that David Goggins style of mental strength, and maybe a bit of Ned Brockman as well, that like Jocko Willink, that kind of just, you got to be tough as fuck and like, got to be this crazy hard person to do this kind of thing, crazy discipline, all the rest of it. But that's not true. You don't have to have that personality to be able to do this kind of thing. I'm not saying I've done as hard of things as they have, but they make it seem like you can't even think about quitting, right? But quitting crosses my mind like nearly every 10+ hour thing I do. Like, it's natural, it's human. You're in pain, you don't want to keep being in pain. It's human to find it really hard. It's human to want to quit. But you accept that you're in a trough, you know, peaks and troughs. You're in a low point. Time and time again I've learned that the peaks will come again, you know. You can genuinely think you're on the brink of collapse, and half an hour later, for whatever reason, maybe you ate the right thing, had the right drink, something just clicked, you're back on it again. It's a really odd experience. So it more comes down to having faith that it'll come around again than just, yeah, being this crazy hard man that doesn't even consider quitting.
Ah yes, the patented can't swallow because you'll gag, so wash it down with V. Works every time. Alright, having my first proper low point, aside from, yeah, just like the gut issues and stuff. This is the first point where I've actually just felt rough. And I just feel sleepy. And what I've spoken too soon before about that sleep not affecting it. And I just had like half an energy drink as well, so especially odd. Well, it's not odd, I mean, yeah, I'm almost 10 hours in, so it's about right. But yeah, like I was saying before, it's just peaks and troughs, so I know that I'm going to perk up again. So yeah, just got to ride it out. Take it easy, don't try to force anything, and just, yeah, get through it. I'd say in half an hour or so I'll probably feel kind of okay again, so we'll see how that goes. So my ride time is nearing 11 hours. Had a few rough laps. I think it's time to bring out the big guns. So this is a gel that Finn gave me at Edition Zero. It's got 40 grams of carbs and 200 milligrams of caffeine. I'm not together enough to remember how that compares to like a coffee or an energy drink or something, but it's a fucking lot. I say that will crack me up. Oh my god, you can taste the caffeine. Jesus Christ. It's a bit grim tasting with that much caffeine in it. It's definitely going to be raining soon. I think it's supposed to rain at 5 and it's like past 3 or so right now. Oh, so that's going to be a bit grim as well. Raining and then going back into the darkness later on. 'Tis the way with such things. Time to go set some KOMs with this new energy. Alright, it's been a little minute since I checked in. The time is 7 PM. My Garmin's not on my bars at the moment, but this lap should tick me over 8,000. So, yeah, we're clocking along really bloody well actually. Paddy showed up, did a few laps with him, then he had to go back to the car, get some stuff, and I haven't actually seen him since. But he's supposedly doing the last 3K from, yeah, he showed up at 7K. So doing the last 3K with me. I'll probably rejoin with him at some point soon, I'm sure. But yeah, that'll be his biggest elevation ride, which would be fucking sweet, double whammy. But yeah, it's going really well. Sugar tastes like shit now. But, you know, that's just part and parcel of doing this stuff. You kind of need it yeah, haven't had any more real lows. Certainly had some laps that are a bit tougher than others, but nothing bad. Pretty chafed up on the insides of the thighs. Reapplied some chamois cream. That's definitely saved my ass. Oh, and it's been raining. Not badly though. I mean, enough to put a jacket on, but yeah, it's definitely not cold, which is fantastic. And yeah, it's slickened up the track a bit, but I'm riding it super clean now. I'm trying to stay really conservative because there's no fucking way I'm letting what happened last time happen again. So I'm just picking the same lines every time, same speed, not pushing it, just keeping it consistent. And yeah, it seems to be working for me so far. So I'll probably go back to the car after this one. Yeah, have another bite to eat, refuel, blah blah blah, etc. Found paddles.
Yeah.
Reunited at last.
Reunited after a few short days. Well, actually, probably not even 24 hours, really.
Oh, I just meant because we got lost on the laps.
Oh right, did you document that?
Yeah.
Oh right, okay. Yeah. So, oh man, we're at what 8,300. God, it's pretty hard climbing.
Pretty hard to breathe up here, eh?
Yeah. Well, we're nearing the summit of Mount Everest. I think we'll go over the top and keep climbing to Mons, won't we?
Yeah, we'll just levitate up another 1,200 or so, I think. But yeah, we've put our lights on now because of the clouds. It's getting dark quite a bit earlier, and it's a bit dark in the trees. So got those on, got the warm thermals and stuff on.
I'm halfway in my little challenge.
Yeah.
Yeah, my measly little challenge. It's a bit embarrassing, really.
Paddy's road to 3K. It's probably like my 35th or 36th time over this gate.
That's a grim thought.
Yeah. I thought about calculating the time it's actually taken me over the whole day of gate climbing.
10
So
seconds.
probably
10 seconds.
I got pretty efficient at it. Call it 8, maybe 45 or so laps. 8 times 45 or 8 times 4, 32 plus 4, it's like 360 seconds, so whatever that is. Stuff and things.
Yeah.
You guys can work it out at home.
Yeah.
I'm a bit tired. Holy fuck, man. The last 2,000 meters or so, like 3 or 4 hours, have been so hard. We're at like 9,600 meters now. So close. Paddy's gone. He did 2,500, but it's been raining for like 3 or 4 hours straight. It's pretty miserable, and he just, you know, he has no skin in the game. Like, why the fuck would he be here? I'm very grateful that he came for the amount that he did. It really helped. That transition into the dark with the rain, that's just never a nice feeling. But oh my god. Call me Mark Knopfler, because fuck, I'm in dire straits. Alright, next clip is going to be me finishing this thing. Let's fucking do it. Look at that, baby. Fucking look at that. That is by far the biggest number I've ever seen on my Garmin. Should probably give you some light. You fucking did it, dude. Oh, and the bike's on the ground. Whatever. 18 hours moving time. 186k. 10,000 and whatever the fuck it said meters. Yes! Oh man. 2 years. 2 years that monkey's been on my back. I've just been too... It's made me sick, honestly, thinking about it up until now. God, that feels good. Well, that's about going to do it for this one. Actually, before I finish, I do just want to give a real quick shout out to 2 of my sponsors because they were quite instrumental today. Firstly, my brake pad sponsor, Cinta. Probably doesn't need explaining. I just did 10,000 meters of descending on them in gritty conditions, and they felt mint the whole way. So big ups to them. And Victoria, I ran the Mezcals today. The back one was pretty fucking worn. It had a cut in it, so it couldn't be tubeless, so it had a tube in it the whole day, and somehow didn't puncture it. I don't know how. It's pretty worn. So another legendary product. Yeah, that's it from me, guys. I'm gonna go home and have some garlic bread, I think. Thanks for watching. See you next time.